Guys, listen. I can't remember the last time I laughed this way. I can't remember the last time I laughed this way. Oh my goodness. See, yeah, I really wish that we had actually watched the warm scare that Big Brother pulled off on the housemates this morning. I wish that we'd actually watched it together. Because guys, it was so hilarious. Jesus. The housemates' reactions. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Lord have mercy. Now, let me tell you this. A lot of people saw what happened this morning between Big Brother's ninjas and the housemates, and some people were actually getting offended. You know, I saw a particular tweet in response to my tweet where the person was saying that, oh, this thing is beginning to look like a cult, like occultic. I'm like, oh God, calm down. It's not that deep. It is not that deep. You know, but then it occurred to me that a lot of people do not really understand what's going on this week in Big Brother's house. So I'm going to reinform, because I've actually done a video about this before, right? So I'm just going to reinform, you know, all of you about what is actually happening in Big Brother's house this week, all right? And in case you're wondering, ladies and gentlemen, it's a new theme for the week. So I'm going to tell you all about it, all right? So just pay attention. Pay attention. Now, in Big Brother's house, for every new week, there's a new theme of the week, all right? And this is week 5. There's a new theme. The theme was announced yesterday, Monday. Was it yesterday? No, actually Sunday evening during the Head of House challenge in the arena. Big Brother had announced the new theme of the week to all of the housemates. And the theme of the week is Face Your Fears. That is what it is. Simple and short. Face your fears, all right? In other words, you can call it a horror week where the housemates get to face their fears. In other words, facing the most scary things, you know, in their lives. And I think this comes from their interview questions, you know, probably during their auditions, people must have asked them questions about things that they are scared of, things that irritates them and stuff like that. So all of those answers that they have given, Big Brother is now utilizing it to create scary acts that will actually make them scared. But it's all for entertainment. It's all for fun, all right? And you see, it's not new to me because I've seen different Big Brother seasons where this happens, especially during Big Brother Nzam's, the South African version of the show, where during their own fear week, during their horror week, they had actually had staff from a park that had actually brought in real life snakes. I'm talking about different species of snakes. Yes, they had brought them into the house and they had, you know, worn it on top of the housemates, had encouraged the housemates to interact with those creatures and to, you know, accessorize them like they're actual real accessories or fashion accessories. And it was quite interesting because a lot of those housemates who really had a phobia for crawling animals, for snakes, they were able to overcome their fear as they were able to touch those snakes and to wrap them around their bodies or around their neck, you know. So this week, our Big Brother Naija 10/10 housemates are actually experiencing their own fear week. So, just as expected, Biggie officially started off his pranks, and today's one was a warm scare on all the housemates here. Now, some of the housemates were in the garden, some of them were in the lounge, in the bedrooms, in the head of house lounge, and then Big Brother had sent in 2 ninjas to put live worms on their necks and on their heads. Ladies and gentlemen, these housemates' reactions almost sent me to the ER today. Guys, I was laughing so hard at some point. It felt like I could not breathe anymore because it was so, the whole thing was so hilarious. Now let's begin with Kocha's reaction. See, it was yesterday during the Head of House Challenger game that I knew that Kocha is a soft sponge. Like, this guy can easily absorb scary things around him, and then his reaction is always explosive. Yes, the way he reacts, it is insane. And the same way he reacted in the arena when he touched the rabbits inside the box, that was the same way, or even worse, that he reacted today when they put the worms on his neck. This guy was literally screaming and saying, please nah, Big Brother, please nah. Another housemate's reaction that really got me. Other housemate's housemate reaction that really got me was Mide. You know, Mide is the snail of the house this week, and she has this crazy uncomfortable costume, you know, the snail shell and the witch's hat, right? And she was on the staircase, kind of going upstairs to her bedroom, and then that was when people had told the housemates to freeze. Yeah, so there was no way she could run. So when the ninjas placed the worm on her neck, Mide was literally screaming and crying. But she could not run because Biggie had instructed the housemates to freeze. It's like it was crazy. Oh God. Now, there was also Doris and Big Soso in the bedroom. Yes, Big Soso was doing her makeup. Doris was doing something else. Guys, Doris was screaming. She was screaming like a child. And then Big Soso, that one screamed to the point that she literally was trying to run and then she fell off the bed. She fell off the bed and landed on the floor. And then another housemate's reaction that really got me was Ivata. Ivata had just come out of the shower and she was trying to dress up. She was in front of her locker, and that was when the ninjas, they accosted her and they were putting the worms on her body, and she was just all over the place. See, the thing about this scare is, no matter how much you are composed, no matter how much you think you have steez, I'm telling you, they will unsteez you. They will uncompose you because there's no way you can escape it, especially if you do not like crawling things on your body. Yeah, you're gonna lose control. Yeah. And then the ninjas had gotten into the other bedroom where there was Jason J, and then there was Kola and K-Bobo that were sleeping. Jason J, oh my God, Jason J can actually be scared. Ha! I mean, I saw a hint of it in the arena yesterday, but I did not think it was that deep. But ladies and gentlemen, oh my goodness. See, if there was a way Jason J could actually enter the wall, he could have entered the wall, because the guy was like this. The guy was like this. And he didn't just put the worm on him. And the guy was like... And then he was calling on Kola to wake up. And the moment the ninjas got to Kola, Kola was like, hey, guy. And the guy was running. And guys, Kola with all of his muscles, Kola almost entered the wall. It was so funny. It was so funny. And then that is not all. That is not all. The ninjas had gone to the head of house lounge to go and meet Zita and K-Bobo. Guys, Zita almost beat up those ninjas today. She almost beat up those ninjas today because she kept on shouting, leave me alone, leave me alone. I said, have you forgotten where you are? Have you forgotten you're in Big Brother's house? And the ninjas, those ninjas are really bad because they put it on Zita the first time. Then they went upstairs, the head of house lounge, and then they were putting it on Rude Boy. Oh my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, Rude Boy was shouting, I react to things. I react to things. Don't put it on me. I react to things. I said, you react to things. Okay, be going home now. The guy was shouting, I react to things. The way he was screaming, like, it felt like a caged animal. There was nowhere for him to run to, because remember, upstairs of the head of house lounge is quite narrow. So there was no way for him to run. So I said he wanted to jump down from that lounge up there. And then they came downstairs again. And again, they put it on Zita. Zita almost fought the ninjas because she was like, you put it on me before now. Why you put it on me again now? She was just shouting. Now, Imisi's own, oh my God. Oh God, I'm having a headache. Imisi's own was hilarious. Imisi was sleeping. So the first thing they did, according to Imisi, she said they put lime in her mouth. They said they put lime in her mouth, and then she woke up and she shouted, Jesus! See, Imisi's own reaction felt like, you know, when you go to all these churches where they are doing casting and binding, deliverance session, it felt like Imisi was going through a deliverance session because the ninjas, they were putting the worm on her. She was like this. Oh my God. And by the time the ninjas were done, oh my goodness, and Big Brother had instructed the housemates to unfreeze. The screams in the house. Everybody was screaming, especially the people that were actually scared of those worms. Mide literally threw away her hat, threw away her snail's pouch. She threw away, she was literally running on. Everybody was running to go and wash off themselves. Oh my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, no. This was actually a very entertaining prank. I loved it. I enjoyed it. It made me laugh so much. Even right now as I'm laughing, I'm having a headache because it's just so funny. You can't, it's the reactions of the housemates for me. And I'm sure that those ninjas, they were having fun. They were having the time of their life. I say, people, don't worry. If these housemates catch you outside, your own is finished because you see those housemates that always act so composed. The worms, it uncomposed them. It unsteezed them. It was just so hilarious. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I cannot wait to see what other pranks Big Brother has up his sleeves, because I'm sure it's going to be mind-blowing just like this one. But anyways, I'm going to stop talking here right now. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I'll see you guys on my next video. Thanks for watching. Have an amazing day. Bye.